To Léon Vert. I apologize to the children for dedicating this book to a grown-up. I have a good excuse. This grown-up is the best friend I have in the world. I have another good excuse. This grown-up can understand everything, even children's books. I have a third good excuse. This grown-up lives in France where he is hungry and cold. He needs to be comforted. If all these excuses are not enough, I will then dedicate this book to the child who became that grown-up. All grown-ups were first children. But few of them remember it. So I correct my dedication to Léon Vert when he was a little boy. When I was 6 years old, I once saw a magnificent picture in a book about the virgin forest.
Boa constrictors swallow their prey whole.
I succeeded, with a colored pencil, in drawing my very first drawing. Why would a hat be scary?
It's not a hat. It's a boa constrictor digesting an
They
elephant.
always required more explanation.
Perhaps you should focus on geography or grammar.
And so, at the age of 6, I abandoned a magnificent career. I learned to fly planes. I flew all over the world. I have lived among the grown-ups. I saw them up close. But they always replied, "It's a hat." And the grown-ups were glad to know such a reasonable man. I lived alone with no one to talk to, until a breakdown in the Sahara Desert 6 years ago. It was a matter of life and death.
Please draw me a sheep.
What? Who said that?
Please draw me a sheep. I am the little prince. Please draw me a sheep.
I'm afraid I don't know how to draw a sheep.
No, that one is very ill. Do another one.
All right, how about this?
No, that one is too old.
There.
I want a
That's the
long-lived
box.
sheep.
The sheep you want is inside it.
That's exactly how I wanted it.
Softly, who are you really?
Smiling, I am the little prince. What is that thing?
It's not just a thing. It flies. It's a plane. My plane.
How? You have fallen from the sky?
Yes, I suppose I have.
Then you too come from heaven. What planet are you from?
So you're from another planet?
It's true that you cannot have come from very far in that.
Where do you come from, my little fellow? Where is home? Where do you want to take my sheep?
What is good about the box you gave me is that my sheep will have a house at night.
Of course. And if you'd like, I can give you a rope to tie it up during the day. And a stake.
Attach it! What a funny idea!
But if you don't tie it, it might wander off and get lost.
Where do you think it would go?
Anywhere, straight ahead.
It does not matter. It's so small at home. Straight ahead, you can't go far.
It's curious, really. Beyond the big planets we know, like Earth and Mars, there are countless tiny ones.
Tiny ones?
Yes, almost invisible to telescopes. Like your asteroid, B6112. It was spotted once in 1909 by a Turkish astronomer.
What happened then?
He presented it at an astronomy congress, but no one believed him. His attire distracted them.
Grown-ups are peculiar.
They are indeed. Later, when he wore a European suit, they accepted his discovery. Numbers mean everything to them.
Numbers?
When you talk about a new friend, grown-ups ask about their age, weight, or their father's salary. They miss the essence, like the laughter of the little prince.
Or the sheep he asked for.
Exactly. Mentioning your planet's number satisfies them, but we, who understand life, laugh at numbers.
I wish stories began like fairy tales. Once upon a time, a little prince needed a friend.
I miss my friend, the one who left with his sheep 6 years ago. That's why I draw to remember. It's hard, picking up a pencil after so long.
Drawing is like creating stars.
Yes, and I try to capture you just right. But sometimes the size is wrong, or the colors. You see, my friend never explained.
You are not like the grown-ups, are you?
I hope not. But perhaps I've grown old.
To understand, one must never stop being a child at heart.
You find it funny, do you?
Ah, yes, it's quite amusing. You fell from the sky, too. So, which planet are you from?
Another planet? You come from one, don't you?
Yes, but your plane, it didn't bring you very far, did it?
What is this place you call home? Where do you intend to take my sheep?
The box you drew for me, it's perfect. At night, it will be his house.
And during the day, I could give you a rope to tie him up, and a stake.
Tie him. What a strange idea.
If you don't, he might wander off and get lost.
Where could he possibly go? It's such a small place back home. Straight ahead. You can't go very far.
You seem to love sunsets, don't you?
Yes, I do. There's something about them. Let's watch a sunset together.
But we have to wait
Wait for what?
for the sun to go down.
Oh, I always forget. Back home, I just move my chair a few steps to see another sunset.
How many sunsets have you seen in a day?
One day, I saw the sun go down 44 times.
44 times. You must have been very sad that day.
A sheep. If it eats bushes, does it eat flowers too?
A sheep eats whatever it finds.
Even flowers that have thorns?
Yes, even flowers with thorns.
Then, thorns, what are they for?
Thorns are useless. It's just the flowers being spiteful.
I don't believe you. Flowers are weak. They act fierce with their thorns, but it's just to protect themselves.
If this bolt won't budge, I'll have to smash it with a hammer.
And you think that flowers...
No, I don't think anything. I have serious work to do.
Serious things? You talk like grown-ups. You mix everything up, like that man on a faraway planet who only counts things. He never sees the beauty in anything. He's not a man, he's a mushroom. Flowers have been making thorns for millions of years, and sheep have been eating them just as long. It's important to understand why. These flowers, they come and go so quickly. This one, it feels special. Day after day, I watched, waiting for the miracle.
Ah, I'm just waking up. I beg your pardon. I'm still disheveled.
How beautiful you are.
Isn't that right? I was born at the same time as the sun. It's time for breakfast. Would you have the kindness to think of me?
Of course!
They can come, the tigers, with their claws.
There are no tigers on my planet, and tigers don't eat grass.
I am not a grass, but I hate currents of air. You wouldn't have a screen.
This flower, she's so complicated.
In the evening, you will put me under a globe. It's very cold at home. This screen?
I was going to get it, but you were talking to me. I should not have listened to her words. I should have looked at her and breathed her in. I was too young to know how to love her. I should have seen her tenderness behind her little tricks. It's time! Thank you for the warmth. You never know when you might need it. You too, just in case. I won't be here to stop you from growing. Farewell.
I was a fool. Forgive me.
I
Be
didn't know you
happy.
could be so gentle.
Yes, I love you, but you're as foolish as I was. Just be happy.
But the wind...
The night air will do me good. I'm a flower.
What about the
I'll
beasts?
endure. I need to know the butterflies. It's beautiful, they say. Besides, I have my thorns. Now go. Don't linger. It's annoying.
Goodbye.
Grunting.
Ah, now that's funny.
You find my situation amusing?
Then you too come from heaven. What planet are you from?
So, you're from another planet?
It's true that you can't have come very far with that.
Where do you come from, my little fellow? Where is home?
What is good with the box you gave me is that at night it will serve him as a house.
Of course. And if you're kind, I'll also give you a rope to tie it up during the day. And a stake.
Attach it? What a funny idea.
But if you don't tie him, he'll wander off and get lost.
But where do you think he would go? Anywhere, right in front of him. It doesn't matter. It's so small at home. Straight ahead, you can't go far.